right, we are live and live and live. All right, everybody. So, I think what we're going to talk about today is the idea where, or I guess the condition where a person thinks about death constantly. Not suicidal thoughts. It's just more thoughts of, just being paranoid about everything from their health to their standard of living. And everything in life is pushing against them. So it just causes so much stress and anxiety and depression and all this stuff. And that in turn, makes you physically ill. So, I just wanted to here's some debates from both sides. A person who agrees with that, a person who don't agree with that. I'm gonna throw my own 2 cents into it, and let you guys, talk about it in the comments. So, imagine yourself just, waking up in the morning and just worrying about how was your blood pressure while you were asleep. Like, you woke up thinking that. You woke up worrying about your sugar or any slight discomfort that you just noticed a couple of days ago that doesn't seem to go away. You wake up with, how did things go last night? You're stressed out about that already. Is my blood pressure good? And then, you think about your blood pressure and you just constantly think about your heart possibly stopping while you're in the shower or just doing minimal tasks. Like, you just always have this lingering feeling and thought in the back of your head that you are going to die any second. You have to make urgent changes to your life. You have to exercise as much as you can. You have to eat as many vegetables and, avoid meats as much as you can. You just always have that thought that it's just anxiety of the thought that you're going to die. It just consumes a person. It overtakes everything about them. It just completely absorbs their entire thought. And it's a horrible feeling. I can imagine. It's a horrible feeling. Don't talk about the person unless you have walked in their shoes. So I guess we're all going to die sometime. I mean, that's going to happen. We are going to die one day. You don't know when. You can never predict when you're going to die. All you can do is don't let the idea of death consume every minute of you being alive. Enjoy the time that you have because it is limited. You got to continue working. That's just a part of life. I mean, even if you are relatively wealthy, there's only so many things. There's only so much that you can do with money to the point where it's just kind of, well, you've already done everything there is. Now what? Now what do you do? buy anything that you want. But I can see the happiness in it, but unless you are truly happy with yourself and you don't let the money consume you or anything like that, I think you're going to be it's going to make it a whole lot easier. Don't get me wrong, it's going to be a whole lot easier to be happy. But it just doesn't work out for everybody like that. Some people you can never make happy. They can never be satisfied. You gotta keep pushing. But really that type of mentality is also what helps keep driving innovation. And that's what keeps pushing technology farther, and innovation and new ideas and how to improve on old ideas. That all comes from the person not being satisfied and wanting to push the envelope a little more and see what can I get out of this that's beneficiary, not just a waste of everybody's and my time. And what's really interesting is the fact that war has pushed the boundaries of limitations on everything, on everyday life. Everything that we take for granted right now most likely got its roots back from war. Our GPS, your GPS, that was originally for war. That wasn't available to civilians for a while. The military had it, but we didn't get to start playing with it until really GPS started coming out and phones and stuff. But other than that, you really had to just go around with the map. Bluetooth, that was another military technology before us civilians got to play around with it. Tractors, those engines, it came from war. Everything that we take for granted, it all got pushed through times of war. Yeah, so anyways, circling around back to what we were talking about earlier. I don't know how we just went off the track. We went down a whole nother rabbit hole right there. So yeah, death is gonna happen. It's our, we owe it to ourselves to just enjoy every minute of it. And just try not to think about it. Don't put yourself in situations where your chances of dying are greater. I'm not telling you to walk down some dark alleyway where gang activity happens. And, don't worry about what's going to happen to you. You're going to be totally fine, bro. Nope. We're going to hear about you on the Monday, on the morning news. That's what's going to happen. Don't sign up to be a journalist in Syria or some, country we're at war with. You don't want to do that because you're probably going to die. You're probably not going to die, but you're probably going to die. So, I'm not saying go do that. Hey, but shout out to the people who did do it, because you folks are fucking badasses. You guys are badasses. You guys go out there. Did you guys see that one lady? I forgot her name. I'll look her name up in a while, but there was this lady who did a Vice documentary. I think it was Vice. If it wasn't Vice, I'm sorry, but I'll get this information. I'll post it later. So this lady got, she had well, they're doing a documentary on the drug trade and how it gets processed and shipped and all that stuff. The crazy thing is that she met with the drug makers personally in the middle of the fucking jungle, wherever it was. I think it was in Cuba, Colombia, one of those. Went to the factories and where they manufacture all the stuff, put all the mixes together and everything. They package it over there. So she convinced them to allow her to tail them on just day-to-day activities. And it's crazy because you find out that, you would probably picture that the people who are making this are militants and they got guns and just these really bad people. But when you get there and she films it, the people who are actually making it are just farmers, regular farmers, civilians. But their government is so disorganized that this is their only means of income. They have to do this. And most of the times, actually, the cartel or whoever's running the show there will force you to have to use your land, because if your land is, hey, this is great soil for just cocoa leaves or whatever, he doesn't want to do it. Well, make him an offer he can't refuse. Put his gun in his head and tell him, you use your land or you die. Don't know about you, but hey, looks like I'm going to be growing some coca leaves. Yeah, man, they're just farmers. But it's crazy because, she literally put herself in danger. And her crew, shout out to you guys too, man. You guys got some big balls. She's got big balls. So went with them after they packaged it, transported it, got it across the border. I don't know how the fuck she got away with that. Because, I guess you could say technically you committed a crime. I'm sure they got lawyers and everybody all looking into it, but who the fuck am I? I'm a dumbass. But I would imagine that some lawyer took a look at this shit before they made it. I don't know, maybe they found a loophole or something. But she managed to get that across the line, and was able to live to tell it, show everybody. It's just crazy. It's an amazing story. And I'm just looking at all these buildings right here. They must have a couple hundred office buildings in those buildings, but they only got like 10 cars in the parking lot. It just makes you wonder, these brick and mortar places where a lot of people used to go to work are, 2021, you really don't need them anymore. Technology is to the point where I can run my entire shift from my laptop, and I could be anywhere as long as I got internet connection. I don't physically have to be there. The people who I'm in charge of, they have to be there because the work has to get done physically. But I don't have to be there. Like I can run my entire shift just with my laptop. As long as I got internet, I'm good to go. Internet and phone, no worries. You communicate with everybody through their headsets. I can send messages. text them, call them. No big deal. Print all the paperwork, everything needs to be done. It can be done right from the computer. But and the same goes for a lot of office buildings too. You think about some people who have to do a 2-hour commute to work, or even an hour to work. Even if it was an hour, I mean, that's 2 hours round trip. It's a lot of gas, a lot of emissions, all this stuff. So the people who really want to talk about a company who's going green or is 100% green, but they got an office building, then they are full of shit. Because if you were truly 100% green, you would have nobody showing up to the office. Everything could be done via Skype meetings and emails and phone calls. It's like there's no physical reason why you have to be there unless it is absolutely essential that you are. If you got an important meeting, you can do that in person. Because it's not like you're going to have a meeting every day. If you are having a meeting every day, then you're just completely defeating the purpose. Like, why am I showing up for a meeting that's going to take 20 minutes or even 1 or 2 hours? It just doesn't make any sense. And then I can travel all the way back. Just do this on the Skype. Actually, there's a whole bunch of different platforms nowadays where you can just have meetings. The one that we use is it's from Microsoft. I gotta look at what it is, but I'll let you guys know about that one as well. Yeah, so I mean, parents are gonna love it. Even single people are gonna love it. The ones who are not married and don't have kids, they're gonna love it because, damn, you can do everything. Like, there's just the stress is not there of having to get there, putting wear and tear on your vehicles, wasting gas, all this stuff. You have to buy food. Like, you got to buy food sometimes. You're at your house and you finish, then you can go out there and just enjoy life. I mean, even just taking away the 2 hours of commute, that's 2 hours right there, a 24-hour day. I mean, if you're awake for 15, 16 hours a day, I mean, you take 2 away from those because you're just driving. Sometimes longer. That's not good. Then you go into those other months when you're going to get, 9, 10 hours of sunlight. Those are really depressing. Yeah, I'm just really curious about how this is all going to play out in the future. Things are going to go back to normal, of course, but there is going to be kind of some wheels turning up there about people who, hey, we don't need people. Maybe we don't need this building. Maybe we don't need to pay for the lease for this building. Let's save some cash, man. Let's save some real money by not having to pay for that physical building. Disperse that out, reinvest into the company to make it better, or pay it out to your people. Make them happier, you get more results from them. It doesn't take a fucking scientist to figure that shit out. I don't know why people want to be so fucking greedy and use charts and graphs to determine whether a person deserves to get a raise or not. I am not the only one that is crazy, I hope, because I think that if your team is performing well and they are getting results and they get shit done, you as a boss or an owner, whatever you may be, have the responsibility to pay those people accordingly if you want your job to continue to succeed. The minute that you stop being generous, you are going to get lackluster work. You are going to get people who are just getting by. They just want to collect their check and go about their lives. That's what you're going to get. That's the risk that you run. But if your business is performing well, and it is due to the fact that your team or your crew is able to make that shit happen, they're the ones that are doing it. We are managers, okay? And I love the way Robert California says it on The Office. We are mere babies because we cry and we cry and we cry that we want things done. The only difference between a manager and a baby is a baby grows up. Managers never grow up because we continue to ask you guys, I need this, 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 I need this. But yet we produce nothing. The team performs everything. So that's it for today. That was my daily commute, Monday morning or afternoon ramble. If you guys like this message, then please subscribe to my channel for more daily rambles. Like I said, there's no real particular topic that we talk about, that I talk about during my rambles. Really, it's just getting from point A to point B, whatever pops in my head. I start to talk about it, and let you guys ramble in the comment section. So please like and subscribe, and I will